Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and we are just half a day away from the Dallas Cowboys taking on that overrated Baltimore Ravens team. And I'll have more on that with the video later on, and you'll be surprised with some of the things that I found. But here on the Jobu's report, it's not about me. It's actually about all of us together and stuff. So tonight we're doing my first question and answer section. So I'm taking some of your questions and I'm going to try and answer them on the fly. So, oh, damn, Jobu, you need a refill. Your room might be safe tonight since I'm not allowed to have anything to drink this weekend. So I'll need you guys to have that shot of rum for me if things get hairy for the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, so let's start going in here. First question from Burning Beard. Do you think Jerry Jones' toilet is made of gold because he wasted a shitload of money? Okay, it could be. He definitely has wasted a whole lot of money over the years, but hey, you got that kind of money, why not waste it? What made me a Dallas Cowboy fan from Josh? Well, believe it or not, I actually grew up in the Washington, D.C. suburbs. In fact, our crosstown rivals had Joe Gibbs' kids, J.D., as the quarterback, and their defensive coordinator, Richie Pettibone. His daughter was a cheerleader, and his son, who played at the University of Maryland, was actually a linebacker on our football team. But being the age that I am, my father was a Dallas Cowboy fan, and that was mainly because the Redskins were the last team to integrate, and he was like, I'll be damned if I'm going to root for them, so he went in the opposite direction. Well, being a little kid watching football with my dad, I wanted to be like my dad. So that's how I became a Dallas Cowboy fan in the Washington area. Are there any other teams other than the Cowboys that you see set up for success? And that is from Not So Perfect Drummer. For success in the future? Well, the reason why the Cowboys, I think, have been successful is they've learned that free agency isn't the way you build a team. The way you build a team is actually getting guys young in the draft and developing them when they become free agents, let them go on to someplace else and make a boatload of money. That's the formula that New England has had forever, and it works. It's, you look at them, they're always on top. Teams that could be good in the future, the other thing you also have to look at too is teams that are down in the basement. They have an easier schedule and they're able to draft well. So look at the Rams. If they could ever get a quarterback with the defense that they've built, they could actually turn themselves around really quick. Okay. Obviously, we need to address the pass rush in the offseason, but I'm more worried about our secondary with Scandrick and Claiborne always being injured, and it seems like they're always an injury away from playing guys off the street with the position that you will definitely do. Well, here's the great thing. I agree with you 100%. Our pass rush is something we definitely have to work on. A couple years ago, I was hoping that we were going to get Aaron Donald. Had we gotten somebody like that, it would have been lights out for that defense. But Rob Martinelli has a way of getting the most out of guys. You'll see journeymen like George Selvey, who ended up getting 8.5 sacks, where he only had 3.5 sacks in his 4 years before that. So he's going to develop some of these guys, and these guys are young enough that we'll still get some sacks and stuff out of them. And unfortunately, you're right about Morris Claiborne. Claiborne is definitely stays hurt. Hopefully, we'll get him back in another week or two, and we can make a run. And hopefully, next year we'll start addressing the defense now that the offense is kind of set. Let's see, Kevin Dermott. Mark Holmes, here's my question. If Tony Romo is willing to redo his contract to take a pay cut, is it possible to keep both Dak and Tony next year? Well, it's possible, but the problem with that is I doubt that Tony Romo is going to want to take less money to sit on the bench. Tony Romo is going to look at wanting to play. I mean, the fact that he asked to play, have a chance to try and win his job back and didn't, kind of tells you where his head is. He still thinks, I can go to another team like DeMarcus Ware and win a Super Bowl. The other problem with that is, especially the way some of our fan base is, you're going to end up having people that are going to say, as soon as we lose a game, Tony Romo needs to go in there. And you don't want to have that kind of a conflict. That's the way I personally think about it. And as far as when you talk about Roger Staubach and Craig Morton, basically you had Craig Morton, who was the established quarterback who took him to a Super Bowl. Then you had Roger Staubach, who was an unconventional quarterback, and Tom Landry couldn't decide on which one to stick with. He eventually actually platooned Roger one play, Craig Morton another play, back and forth through a game, and it was a disaster. He finally settled on Tony Romo and let Craig Morton go, and they ended up meeting each other in the Super Bowl, and the Cowboys beat Denver. So I don't think that that's the way to work it. You know, when you have two quarterbacks, as I say, you don't have any quarterbacks. Those Giants fans. Yeah, those Giants fans are definitely getting delusional. Although the Giants have a way of sneaking back in, just getting into the playoffs and making a run for the Super Bowl. But the thing I find funny is when you listen to guys like Stephen A. Smith and they talk about the Dallas Cowboys haven't played anybody, you know, the fact that we've run an 8-game win streak, you know, we still haven't beaten anybody. Well, basically, us and the Giants have played the same teams. And granted, the Giants did beat us, but we're a different team from that first game. Dak Prescott has learned a whole lot. You know, the team has come together a lot better. So I think we're a better team. And the fact that you've got Odell Beckham saying that they have a Super Bowl caliber defense, yet people say our defense is suspect. I think ours is 12th in yards given up versus, I think, 19th for the Giants. Double standard there? I don't know. Where's a good place to buy a Dallas Cowboys jersey on price-wise? I tell you where I've been buying my jerseys from years. Mike Mosh. If you go ahead and Facebook friend him, Mike Mosh, in fact, just got this one from him, custom hand-sewn one. For Jobu, and I've been buying jerseys from him, probably since 2012 maybe. Good price, get them customized. He can do anything you want. I mean, if you want to have a Emmitt Smith, you know, numbers on one side and Zeke Elliott on the other, he can do that. Multi-colors, you name it, they can do customized jerseys. But it's Mike Mosh. Definitely check him out and tell him that Jobu sent you. Okay. Wow, that's quite a few questions, and hopefully I answered all the ones that you guys had. And this is kind of fun. So if I didn't get you this time, we'll definitely be doing this some other times. So I'm going to be working on that video later on for Buffalo. Buffalo. God, I think I was drinking Jobu's rum. Work on that Baltimore video. And like I said, they are really overrated. When they talk about the Dallas Cowboys haven't played anybody, 2 of their victories are against the Cleveland Browns. Another one against Buffalo. And the Jags. That's 4 of their wins right there. And that great defense of theirs, they let the Jets score over 20 points. So we'll be talking about that later. As always, friends, thank you for supporting and watching the Jobu Report. We're closing in on 3,000 thanks to you guys, and hopefully we'll get there before the end of the month. I'm Mark Holmes. That's Cowboy Jobu, and how about them Cowboys?